Hello, I'm making this video because you have not turned in the Unit 2 forum, and I'm just going to clarify about the forum in case you're having difficulty with that. So the forums are a large percentage of each unit. They are worth 40%, so please don't ignore them. Those, of course, are a high percentage of your grade for the course. So for each forum, you have to read the questions carefully and answer them with specific information from the unit, not extra research or other sources. It's all right there on the course for you. Each form will ask you to upload 1 or 2 or 3 images, so make sure you do that. And after you post your response to the forum, you have to wait 5 minutes, and then you will respond to just one other post with new information. So the directions specifically for Unit 2 are right there in the assignment, but I've made it big here and it's in red. So the first thing you're going to do is, after you read the materials from the unit, you are going to choose 2 works of art from the unit, which is the whole unit, Unit 2, Ancient Near East, and you are going to compare them. So you need to do the following things. You need to identify the work, state its purpose, or if it was used for something, and is this different from the other image that you chose? Who was it made for? Why did you choose these 2 works, and what do you find interesting about them? And then you will upload your picture. So these are the steps. You're going to read the materials from the unit. You're going to choose your 2 images, any 2 that you find interesting. Choose 2 that might make a good comparison. They might have things in common or be very, very different. You're going to go back and write the answers to the foreign questions for each. So go back and look specifically at the images you chose. Identify them clearly. State the meaning. Who was it made for? Was it used? Does it have a function? Do they have this in common, or is it different? And then lastly, what do you find interesting about this? Why did you choose them? And what's interesting about them? And this should be from information, not just what you see with your eyes. So for instance, these 2 are from the unit. This is the Akkadian ruler here on the left, and this is Queen Nefertiti on the right from New Kingdom, Egypt. So in different places and different times, as you can see. So this is the identification, right? I've got the name and the date, and I would say where they're from. Obviously, this one says where it's from. And these make a good comparison because it's a male and a female. It's very early, it's later. And then material-wise, they're very different. This is bronze, this is painted, and you can see lots of detail on this. And then I would write all of that about it. Does it have a function? Well, this one's to honor the king. It's a portrait, and this one was to honor Queen Nefertiti. So they do have that in common. Um, an interesting thing you might write about these is that this guy was defaced, or it was destroyed on purpose after it was made, but during its own time. So somebody was, not happy with the ruler, apparently. So that's a difference there. And also, this is bronze, which was a precious material, and this is painted, what the Egyptians love to paint things. So those would make some good similarities and differences. And I would give the information, the research about each. For every forum, you must use the rubric. I highly recommend go ahead and write your answer, and then before you submit it, just go through the rubric as a checklist. So you've chosen the works. Why? What do you find interesting about them? What's the purpose? Who was it made for? Does it commemorate something? You've had your upload your images, and then you've made your response. Okay, so that's the checklist. For every forum, there is a checklist that you can use, and this is exactly what I use to grade it, and you'll see that on your grades. So for each forum, the goal is that you are showing me that you understand what you've read in the unit reading. So that's why you don't need to go to wherever. You can watch Khan Academy, and all. There's lots of videos within the unit, and that's part of what you need to do. But you don't need to do your own research. Everything is there, and you're showing an understanding of that. The same is true for your reply. You must add something new that you learned about their topic for full credit. So for instance, if they hadn't written about this being defaced, during its own time, you might add that, or you might add something about Queen Nefertiti was married to Akhenaten, who was, Egyptian pharaoh. Whatever thing that you're going to add should be based on something that you read about, not just something that you're observing or agreeing. As it says in yours, you have to add new information about the topic, their topic. So you're showing an understanding of course materials both in your reply and in your response. Other tips. After you submit your form response, please check your grades and comments. There is a link right at the top of our course page where the Mona Lisa is. If you click Mona Lisa, you will get your grades, and I have made comments if it's graded already. And I do that every day, so it probably will be. If you did not get full points, you can go back and correct anything. So read your comments. I'll write, hey, you didn't have your reply, or you missed this or something. If you do add something new to something that is already graded, you must let me know. I won't see it as something new, and I will never see it unless you write to me and say, or text me and say, it needs to be regraded. You added whatever you added. If you do not know how to respond to forums or posts or get pictures, I'm going to send another little video that shows you exactly how to do that if that's the holdup. And please ask for help. Don't just disappear because you don't understand something. I'm here for you. I want you to be successful in the course, and I want you to do well. So please let me know how I can help. Thanks.